Today, a World War II soldier was laid in his final resting place in Beloit. U.S. Army Private First Class Clinton Kolaski was buried at the Calvary Cemetery. He was killed in action in 1945 while his unit was on patrol in France. His body was officially accounted for last September. Flags are being flown at half-staff to honor Kolaski. In a statement, Governor Tony Evers said the state is forever grateful for his service. Four complete strangers now share a bond over a piece of forgotten history. Last month, we told you about a father and son who found a World War I uniform in an antique store near Milwaukee. That took them on a road trip to Grant County, where the veteran is buried.
Now only on 27 News, Rachel Perry explains how that story led to a reunion and discovery no one saw coming.
In February 1918, as World War I was raging, a young man arrived in France. 15 months later, Homer Heffron returned home in uniform. After his death in 1982, that uniform sat in an antique store until Forrest and Brad Welling came along.
This was the biggest piece that helped us determine who he was.
27 News aired their search for Heffron's family.
My mom and I were watching 27 News, and we saw the headstone pop up, and I said, "Mom, I think that says Heffron on it."
Michelle McNutt is Homer's great-great-niece.
This is Homer right here with his brother Harley.
She says her family had no idea his uniform was out there.
It's more than you can put into words. Seeing these people that, did die when I was so young and being able to keep them alive for future generations is, you can't put a price tag on that.
This is what we do it for. This has finally started to come full circle.
Forrest never expected this outcome.
This piece is going to be connected with an extended family member.
The story doesn't end here. Another local collector was scrolling through social media when he came across the news article, quickly realizing he recognized Heffron's name.
And I was like, oh my gosh. I have this guy's suitcase sitting in my room, not even 10 feet away from me.
Aiden Sigmund found the suitcase in a Madison antique store, just like Forrest, never anticipating meeting Homer's family.
This is from 105 years ago, and I'm sitting here talking to a woman who knew the man that carried this.
All these years later, unbeknownst to him, Homer Heffron's story lives on, touching lives of some who never even met him. In Grant County, Rachel Perry, 27 News.
Family tells us they think a lot of the items were lost when Heffron was moved to a nursing home. They believe several more of his belongings are out there somewhere and would love to find them too. You can read more about Heffron's story and service on WKOW.com.